the mole and Avogadro's number. These are just math problems that you're going to do, and it shows you in the reading material how to do them. I do want to make sure you understand that Avogadro's number is just a number, just like a dozen is a word that means 12. All right, no matter what I'm talking about, eggs, elephants, apple seeds, a dozen is always 12. When I'm talking about Avogadro's number and a mole is always 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd of something, which is this giant number here. It's a lot easier to say I have 1 mole of something, or Avogadro's number of something, rather than saying I have, this. That's huge. I can't read all that. All right, so you're using the word mole just to represent a very, very large specific number of something. So when you are trying to figure out how many moles you have based on atoms or molecules or whatever it gives you in these questions, you're just going to do a simple math problem. It shows you here, you're going to draw out these tracks, and then whatever it gives you in the question is called your given. It's the amount that you are told that you have. Put your given in the top left. Then it says to put the conversion factor in the next section. A conversion factor is something that you multiply by to change from one unit to another. That sounds a lot harder than it is. In this case, we know that 1 mole is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms or molecules or whatever. And that's here again, 1 mole is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. Since these two things are equal to each other, I can put them one on top of the other as a fraction, like this. And this is equal to 1, because 1 mole is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules. So all I'm really doing is multiplying this by 1, because these two are equal to each other. So what you are going to do, though, the important part here, whatever your given is, has to have the same unit as the bottom part of your conversion factor. It says here, part of conversion factor with the same unit as given. So if you have moles on top here, then you need to have moles on bottom. If you have molecules or atoms here, then you need to have molecules or atoms on bottom. So for this example, it shows you, it says how many molecules are there in 4 moles. So here's my given, here's my number. So I put 4 moles on top. Since I have moles on the top of the fraction here, I'm going to put moles at the bottom of my fraction here. I know 1 mole is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules. So when I cancel out moles, since I have moles divided by moles, I'm left with 4 times 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd divided by 1. I only have one number on the bottom here, and it's 1, so I don't actually have to divide, but just know that you always divide by the bottom. So when I multiply across, 4 times 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd, and in the calculator, here's what it looks like. 4 times, open parentheses, 6.02 times 10 to the, it's that caret looking one on the calculator, 23rd, close parentheses. It's always best to put your scientific notation numbers in parentheses in the calculator so you know you're going to get the right answer. You should get 2.408 times 10 to the 24th molecules. And you might want to try this real quick in your calculator just to make sure that you do get that number. If you are given molecules, so in this case it says 2.6 times 10 to the 15th molecules, then you're going to put your molecules on bottom here. So 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules with 1 mole on top. Whatever you have on top here goes on bottom for your fraction. So molecules cancel out, and you get 4 times 10 to the negative 9th molecules, or it might come out as this 0.000 with all these zeros, 4, which, as you can see here with these little marks, if you were to move that 9 places to the right, you'd get 4, and that 9 places to the right is the negative 9th in your scientific notation. So for these, again, if you are given moles, when you do your crosshatch, put moles at the bottom. Here, for these, you're given molecules. So this is molecules, so when you do your crosshatch, put molecules at the bottom so that they cancel out. The next page that you have, you're actually doing the exact same thing, but now it's just in a sentence form instead of just giving you a number. Now it says how many molecules would there be in 2.67 moles. Again, here's your given, because here's the number, so you're given moles. So since you're going to put moles on top, when you do your conversion factor, you'd put moles on bottom for the conversion. So again, make sure for all of these you look at the given and decide, are you given moles or are you given molecules? And whatever it is you put on top as your given, put on bottom for your conversion factor. So this is going to be a lot of work with the calculator, and if you still have any questions, again, please make sure you ask.